Hello students, welcome back to your channel. Students, we are on the page number 39. We are going to start 3.4 practice set, but before that we are going to look at the perpendicular bisector theorem also. So let's start our new video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and like the button also. Okay. So what the perpendicular bisector theorem says that every point on the perpendicular bisector of a segment is equidistant from the endpoints of the segment. That is, if M is the midpoint of segment AB, that segment AM and MB are divided into equal parts. Okay, so this is the theorem. So we have some activities also on the page number 40. If you look at the activity here, so we need to complete the activity with the same. Any point equidistant from the end point of a segment lies on the perpendicular bisector the segment. It means it is equally divided into two parts. Okay. Now let's start what exactly the activity says here. Point P is on the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Constructions take point M on the segment AB and draw a line of PM. Okay. So in triangle PAM and in triangle PBM here. Okay. So this is the B here. Segment PA. So this is segment PA is equal and congruent to segment PB. So here nothing but it is given in the question. So we need to write here given. Okay. So we need to write here given in the question. Now see here segment AM is congruent to segment MB. Okay. Because M is the midpoint, we need to write here M is midpoint of AB, that is of segment AB. M is the midpoint. Now see here segment PM is congruent to segment PM because here common side is given in both the triangle. See PM and PM. So again here we need to write here PM, segment PM, because these are the common side here. So in triangle PAM, and PMB, it is three sides are given. So this is side test of congruency. Then segment angle PMA is congruent to PMB, corresponding angle of common triangles here. So again angle PMA plus angle we need to write here PMB from that side equal to 180 degree. So both are 180 degree. So 2 angle PMA is equal to 180 degree. So if we take out the value of PMA, this 2 goes into the denominator. So 180 divided by 2 is 90 degrees given here in the questions. Okay. So in this way we can complete the activity also. Now one more activity is there on the page number 41. Okay. Page number 41, 42. We have one more activity here. Okay. So if two triangles are unequal, then the side opposite to the greater angle is greater than the side opposite to smaller angle. So whenever the bigger side is there, so that opposite angle is the greater one. Similarly, the greater angle, the opposite sides are the greater side, means the larger side. Okay. So here also the activities are there. So we need to complete the activity once again. There are three possibilities of reading the questions. Okay. Regarding the length of side AB and the side AC is given here. Now see here AC is less than AB, and we can take this also. AC is equal to AB. AC is equal to AB, and one more is that this is less than, we can take the greater also. AC is greater than AB. Okay. Let us assume AC is less than AB. If two sides of a triangle are unequal, then the side opposite to greater side is greater. Okay. Side opposite to greater side is always greater. So angle C, see here angle C is greater than angle B. Okay. But angle C is less than angle B given here. So this creates a contradiction. It means what? AC is less than AB is wrong. Okay. AC is less than AB is wrong. So here one more possibility is there. If AC is equal to AB, then angle B is equal to angle C, but angle B is more than angle C here. So then AC is equal to AB is wrong. So AC is more than AB is the only remaining possibilities. So in this way we can fill up the activity also. Okay, just 2-3 points we need to take it down. Bisect the property, and whenever the greater side is there, the angle is also the greater. Okay, so we have 8 questions are there in this practice set. So we'll cover today 4 question, and in the next video we can put the 4 question also. Okay, so let's start. It's very simple. In the figure 3.48, point A is on the bisector of angle XYZ. This is point A, bisector on angle XYZ, means equal. See here the sign of equally divided this angle. Okay, if angle AX is 2, here angle AX is 2, then find the angle Z. So angle AZ, then side AZ is also 2 here because of angle bisector theorem. Okay, so let's start writing in our notes also systematically. So we can write here, see this point A lies on the bisector of angle angle XYZ. So we can start here, point A lies on the bisector of angle XYZ. Okay, angle XYZ. It means what? This point A this point A is the equidistance from the side. Okay, from the side of angle XYZ. We can write in this way also, angle A. So A is the equidistant. Okay, we can write in this way also for our understanding. A is the equidistance. It means what? It is equal distant. Okay, from the side of which? Angle XYZ. Angle XY and Z here. Now, by angle bisector theorem. So what is angle bisector theorem? We can write the sentence also, okay, for our understanding. Angle bisector theorem says that that every point, okay, every point on the bisector, of an angle, okay, so this is the angle of an angle is what? Is equidistance. We can write equidistant from where? From the sides of an angle. So from the sides of an angle. So this is the angle bisector theorem says that. So now how we can take out the answer here? See here, point on the bisector AX is 2. Here AX is 2. So therefore we need to take out the value of AZ. So AZ is also 2 here. See here, both the angle are equal. So it means both the side is also equal here. So how we can write it? AX is equal to AZ. Okay. So we have AX is equal to 2 centimeter. So this is given in the question. Okay. So therefore AX is 2 centimeter and both are equal. So therefore AZ is also 2 centimeter. Okay. So this is our answer also. AZ is 2 centimeters. See how it is simple. So angle bisector theorem says that any point on the angle is equidistant from the side of an angle. Okay. So let's go ahead with the next one now. Similar questions, same questions. In the figure 3.49, angle RST. So this is angle RST is 56 degree. PT is perpendicular to ray ST and PR is again perpendicular to ray SR. Here, so this is PR and this is PT are equal. It's both the sides are equal. We already saw in the previous questions. Find the measure of angle RSP. So RSP, what is the measure? Okay, and state the reason for your answer. So we can write here whatever the given in the questions. We can write that given. So what we have given in the questions, we have to write it down. Segment PT is perpendicular to ray ST, and again segment, this is PR, is perpendicular to ray SR. Okay, and we have one more is there. This one segment PR is congruent to segment PT, is congruent to segment PT. So therefore we directly write by angle bisector theorem. Okay, so by angle bisector theorem. Now we know that what exactly the angle bisector theorems are. So angle bisector theorems says that any point equidistant from the side of an angle is on the bisector of an angle. Bisector means divided into two equal parts here. Okay, so we can write here point P. See, point P is the equidistance of angle as TSR, and again point P lies on the bisector of TSR. Okay, so this is ray SP is the angle bisector of angle RST here. Okay, so we can start here. Point P is equidistant. Point P is equidistant from sides. Okay, TSR, from sides of angle TSR, and again point P, we need to write here point P lies on the bisector. Okay, point P is in the center and these two parts are equally divided. So point P lies on the bisector. Okay, bisector of angle again TSR. Okay, and now what is ray SP? Ray SP is the angle bisector of angle RST here. Okay, so we need to write here ray SP. Ray SP is the angle bisector. Is the angle bisector of angle RST. Okay, so now see here, this angle RST, we have two angles. One is RSP and the other is TSP. So we need to write here. So therefore angle RST is equal to, we have two angles. One is angle RSP and a TSP here. So we need to write here angle RSP plus angle TSP. Okay, but TSP, see here, TSP and RSP are the equal angle. Okay, so we need to write here angle RST is equal to angle RSP plus again we need to write here angle RSP in place of TSP. Why? Because RSP angle is equal to angle TSP because of angle bisector property. This RSP and this TSP, both are angle are equal. Now see here, we can give the identical sign also of the angle. Okay, now angle RST we have already made 56 degree. Okay, so angle RST we need to put here 56 is equal to, okay, 2 angle RSP here. Okay, so we need to take out the angle RSP. So RSP is equal to, we need to write here 56 degree divided by 2. So if we halve the 56 degree, we will get the angle 28. So angle RSP is equal to 28 degree is the answer. So measure of angle RSP, see here we need to find the RSP. So measure of angle RSP is 28 degree. Okay, so hope you understood this question. Now let's go to the next one now. Next one is also very simple, very easy. In triangle PQR, PQ 10, QR 12, PR is 8 centimeter. Find out the greatest and the smallest angles of the triangle. Very simple, very easy. Just pay attention here. So if I draw a triangle here, okay, PQR, this P, Q and R, and put the value also. PQ is 10 centimeter, QR is 12 and PR is 8 centimeter here. Okay, so we can write here PQ is 10 centimeter in the given, QR is 12 centimeter and PR is 8 centimeter. Now see here, which is the greater side here? 12 na. So we need to write here 12 is greater than, then after that 10, and 10 is greater than, this is 8 here. Okay. So we need to write here 12 is the side of QR. So we need to write here QR is greater than, now 10, the side of 10 centimeter is PQ. We need to write here PQ, and greater than 8. 8 is nothing but PR. We need to write here PR. Now we need to find here the greatest side and the greatest angle and the smallest angle of a triangle. Now see here, side QR. Where is side QR? This is side QR. Side QR, the opposite angle is P na. So we need to write here angle P is greater than, where is PQ? So this is PQ. The PQ, the opposite angle of PQ is R. So we need to write here angle R is greater than PR. Where is PR side? This PR. PR opposite angle is angle Q. Okay, we need to write a reason also. Angle always opposite side, angle opposite to greater side is greater. Greater side is greater. Okay. So whenever the greater side is there, so angle opposite is also greater one. Okay. So therefore we can easily find it out. The biggest angle, the largest, the greatest angle is P, and the smallest angle is Q. So we can write the greatest angle. Okay, greatest angle is angle P. Okay, and the smallest angle, is angle Q. So this is the answer we can easily take out. Okay, I hope you understood this also. Very simple, very easy. Now we'll take one more questions. Okay, so one more questions. I have written the question also. This is also very easy. In triangle FAN, angle F 80 degree, angle A 40 degree. Find out the greater and the smallest side. Now we need to take out the side here and state the reason also. Okay, so very simple. We can draw a figure for our understanding purpose. Okay, write down FAN, triangle name. Angle F is how much? 80 degrees given in the here. Angle A is 40 degree. We need to first take out the angle N. So how we can take out? The sum of all interior of an angle of a triangle is 180 degree. So this is 80 and 40, 120. We can minus 120 from 180. We'll get the angle 60 here. Okay. So let's start in triangle FAN. In triangle FAN, angle F plus angle A plus angle N is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason here? Sum of measure of angles. Sum of measure of angles. Measure of angle is 180 degree. Okay. So this is the reason behind that. Okay. Now what is angle F here? Angle F is given in the question. This is 80 plus angle A is also given 40 degree. Angle N we need to find it out first. So we need to add both this angle, both the side 80 and 40, this 120 degree plus angle N is equal to 180 degree. So take out angle N here, write down equal to 180 degree plus 120 degree. We need to shift on the other side of the equal to sign. That becomes minus 120 degree. So therefore angle N is equal to 180 minus 120 is 60 degree. Now the angle N is now here 60 degree. Now what we have to do is we need to take out the greater side. So which is the greater one? 80. So we need to write here angle F. Angle F is greater than angle N. 60 is N, and again greater than angle A. So which is the opposite sides of angle F? Angle F opposite side is AN. Okay, so we need to write here AN is more than N. N opposite side is FA. So we need to write here FA, and again greater than angle A. Angle A opposite side is FN. So we need to write here FN. Now we can easily take out the greater side and the smallest sides. Okay. So what is the reason behind that? We can write the reason also. Side opposite to greater side is greater angle is greater. Okay. So side opposite to greater side, greater angle, you can write it down. Greater angle is greater. Okay, bracket close. So what is angle AN is the greatest side. Greatest side. AN is greatest side. So greatest side is AN. And what is the smallest side is FN. So we need to write here smallest side. Smallest side is FN. Okay, so it is very simple, very easy. I hope you understood all the 4 questions. Okay, and the remaining 4 questions of the practice set 3.4 we can cover in the next video. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Please take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe.